So you are this naval officer who is doing what naval officers do, and somewhere in your career, while you were still serving, you had been doing all of these entertainments, and as you were mentioning earlier, you became kind of the duty uncle during parties, taking care of the kids and entertaining them and all of that. And during one of these gigs, something happens to you which suddenly transforms you and makes you actually leave your commission just 18 months before pensionable service. So I want you to tell me that story.
That's an emotional turning point in my life. I was actually invited to entertain a bunch of children. A family friend had called me, and as always I said yes, committed myself. Only when I went to that venue, I realized that I was expected to entertain a bunch of children, about 35 children, most of them cancer patients, serious cancer patients, terminally ill patients, bald, wearing hats or caps, somebody or even on a drip. I was not too sure, I was unnerved. I was not too sure I could do it, but I did. And there I met a young child who became very friendly with me. He and I were photographed in different ways. And
this is while you were doing the show that he became friendly with you.
That's right. And we were photographed together. A couple of days later, the child and I was featured in a newspaper, and I was at cloud 9, literally. A couple of days later, the lady who had invited us called me to say, Pravin, remember that child who was there with us? He is no more. And actually, I was waiting to say thank you to that child and his parents. Mm-hmm. And that is the time she said, Pravin, one very curious and interesting thing, that the child had a few wishes in his list. And one of the wish was he wanted to meet a joker from a circus. That time I realized that perhaps I was instrumental in that last moment of happiness that he ever had towards the end of his journey. Perhaps I was the cause for that, and I could deliver it to him. And I realized this is my calling. I should leave the white uniform away and get into this
happiness uniform.
Happiness uniform.